Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video. It is just stupendous. Now, this week has been a rather large week. It has been very nice weather, and I have been on a trip. I will tell you what fragrance I wore on my trip when we come to Thursday's scent of the day. But first, we must go through Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There are some surprises here. There are a couple of debuts, a few debuts. I've got some niche, some vintage designer, no indie though. No, I don't want to call them indie. They're not indie. Anyway, we will start at the beginning as usual. And on Monday, I wore Music for a While by Frederick Mâle. Frederick Marvelous, more like. This stuff's great. Caramel, pineapple, and lavender. The lavender in it, right, is exactly the same as the lavender that's in Beau de Jour by Tom Ford. Certainly the Privé version. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's got incredible performance. It's massive. You can see why they call it Music for a While, because it does last for quite a while. But this is great. This is a great spring fragrance because it's got that freshness, but it's still a little bit of warmth there. And it's been sunny. It's been sunny this week, and it's been warm in parts. I sound like a weatherman. It's been sunny this week and warm in parts, but it's also still had like a cool breeze. So you need something with a little bit of oomph, and that's what this has got. It's got some oomph. A really good fragrance. Really enjoyed it. Lasts all day. You can smell it all day as well. You know, it's not just other people. Like, don't go anosmic to this. Very strange. I don't know how he does it, but he does. Next is it's the first time I've worn it this year, but I think it's one of the first times I've ever worn this fragrance, and this is vintage Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme. This is the Euro d'Italia version, the first version. It has the sticker, which is a little bit wonky. This tends to happen. The glue gives a little bit, and the sticker's just gone a little bit wobbly on this. But this is absolutely fantastic. It really is beautiful. Huge lavender, lemon, bergamot, pepper. Get some tobacco in the base, bit of sandalwood. It's very creamy. It's amazingly well blended. I don't really remember. I don't know who made this. Like the perfumer. Don't know. But whoever it was did an absolutely outstanding job. This is a brilliant summer fragrance. Very Mediterranean, citrus but smooth. It reminds me a little bit of Tuscany per Uomo, actually, with the lavender and this is much more aromatic. This has got like more herbs and stuff in it. It's got a bigger leather note as well. This is more tobacco in the base, but it's very smooth. A little bit creamy from the lavender as well. And you get that down in the base with the iris and the sandalwood. It's a beautiful fragrance. I'm going to have to review it at some point. I'll try and do that this year. That was Tuesday. Wednesday was a warm again. So I decided to bust out a fragrance I wore a lot of last year. And you can see how much I've worn of this fragrance. It is Loewe Pour Homme. This is an old style bottle. They have re-released it. I've smelled it and it's fantastic. The re-release of this is really good. It's in a square, it's not in a square bottle. It's like a rectangle bottle now. It smells totally different to this version, but it's a brilliant fragrance in and of itself. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I smelled a few fragrances when I went to Manchester, and they had the Loewe line there in Selfridges, and I smelled them and they were really good. They were all really well made. It's a fantastic designer line, and I would like to try them more, but there's none local to me at the minute. Hopefully they will come. Lavender, big lemon, big lavender. One of the only lemons I ever loved. This and actually the previous fragrance, Dolce & Gabbana Pour On. But speaking of Manchester, on Thursday I did go on a trip to Manchester to meet Audrey Jane and Jura Rose and Aisha and Lee, and I took Richie G with us. And on that journey I wanted to wear something nice and fitting and appropriate, but not something that was going to get in the way of the fragrances I was going to be smelling. And I've been dying to wear this ever since I got it. And Tuesday was the perfect opportunity. And this is Scull in Haiti by Les Indomptables. This is sensational. It is an eau de cologne in the form of an eau de toilette. It's got lasts about 4 hours. 4 to 6 hours. I'll be generous, but I reapplied this about 5 times through that day just to freshen up. Absolutely beautiful. It's a vetiver fresh cologne. It is perfect for the heat. It is got some backbone. The vetiver's it's really well blended, but it's got like a little citrus at the top as well. I think it might be bergamot. If you give us a second, I'll just look it up and see what it says. They also do an Scull in Indonese, which is a patchouli version. So this is a vetiver version, and there is a patchouli version. It's juniper. Juniper gives that sparkling sort of top note, and pink pepper as well, but it's got tonka bean and it's got myrrh. So it's got backbone as well. It's beautifully blended. You get 100ml for about 140 quid. And if you want this type of fragrance, sparkly, like light, fresh, vetiver, but with a bit of spine and a little bit of lasting power, considering it's meant to be like an eau de cologne, this is perfect. And I wore it and rocked it and loved it all day. Projects like a monster, but the lasting power isn't the greatest. But that's what I wore when I went to Manchester on Thursday. On Friday, I did a madness. I wore a fragrance I don't think I've ever worn before. I've smelled it loads of times, but I haven't worn it before. And so I decided, for some reason, to wear Aventus. And this is one of the old 120ml bottles. It's a 2016 batch. I don't know anything about the batches, right? I'll see if I can find the batch code, which I don't think I can. Nope. Don't know where the batch code is. It's not on the bottle. Not that I can see anyway. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for it. This is beautiful. It's absolutely lovely. But it does not deserve the kind of like madness that it inspires in people. It's very well made. It's got nice ingredients. Certainly this one has, because it's the old 120ml. The 100ml when they reshaped the bottles into 100ml and 50ml bottles. Apparently that's when things started to go downhill properly. So yes, I don't want to get too into the Aventus subculture because I really can't be arsed. But this is a lovely summer fragrance, spring and summer fragrance. Not sure, I don't think you could wear this in autumn and winter. Very pineapple-y, this version. A little bit smoky as well, bit of leather. It's a good fragrance. Very good fragrance. Just no. I just don't get it. Why are people so insane about it? Like, it's not special. Personally, I don't think it's special. But there we are. Yesterday, I wore a fragrance that I bought when I went to Manchester. If you saw my Hermes video, I bought 5 Hermes Essence, but 4 of them were in the little 15ml bottles, which are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant way to like buy those Hermes Essence, especially if you've got a collection. 15ml will last for years. But this is Paprika Brazil, and this is not just a spicy fragrance. This is a spicy iris fragrance. Only when I wore this yesterday did I realise how much iris is in this. It's huge with the iris in it. Very soft, very creamy, a little bit woody, but very spicy. Pimento, paprika. There's another spice at the top, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's fantastic. This is a great fresh fragrance. This is one of the best, probably the most underrated of the Hermes Essence line. Everybody talks about Vetiver Tonka, Ambre Narguilé, and Cuir d'Ange. But this is absolutely fantastic. Spicy, fresh, smooth, perfect signature scent if you wanted to spend extra money. If you wanted to get an expensive signature fragrance and smell great all the time, this would be perfect for it. You could wear this all the time, I think, because it's got the backbone from the iris. That longevity is about 8 hours, so you'll get like a work day out of it, and it is fantastic. That is Paprika Brazil, and today's scent of the day. Excuse me, whilst I rehydrate. I didn't rehydrate, I reapplied. This is Gucci Nobile, very green, oak moss, strong. Love it. This is the first time I've worn this. It's not the first time I've smelled it, but it is the first time I've worn it. Very aromatic, very Italian. It reminds us of Smolto Pour Homme. It reminds us of Homme de Grey. It reminds me of, there's another Italian cologne, like sort of spicy, a bit like Tuscany per Uomo as well. I will see if I can find the notes. There's bergamot, lavender, rosemary at the top. Oak moss, definitely got oak moss, a shit ton of oak moss. Sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, balsam fir, geranium. It's like a proper masculine cologne sort of thing, like a manly, like sort of 80s green fragrance, Italian style. Absolutely love this. It's almost impossible to find now. Brilliant fragrance. I highly recommend you trying. You can still get minis of it, so if you can find a miniature, see if you can get that. But there are some strange prices. Like I'm looking at some of the prices now. 60ml, the one 155 quid. 255 quid for 120ml. Don't pay that. That's silly. But this is a fantastic fragrance. And this is my scent of the day. So that brings us to the end. This has been the fragrance rotation for the week ending the 24th of April. Next week it will be the 1st of May. Good Lord. Doesn't time fly? Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed it. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.